New York City, the financial capital of the world, is at a pivotal crossroads. This iconic city is about to experience a profound shift in its economic and social landscape. In November 2025, Zohran Mamdani, a 34-year-old democratic socialist, was elected mayor. His victory, a stunning upset, marked a shocking political turnaround, signaling a clear desire for change. For some, Mamdani represents the fresh start the city needs. Yet, others view his ascent as a dangerous experiment, warning his policies could destabilize the economy and potentially bankrupt New York. Zohran Mamdani, born in Kampala, Uganda, to Indian parents, grew up in Queens. His early life shaped his commitment to social justice, leading him to community organizing. Before becoming mayor, Mamdani served as a New York State Assemblyman for Astoria, known for championing tenants' rights and public housing. He never shied away from his core ideology. Mamdani openly identifies as a democratic socialist, aligning with figures like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. His campaign slogan was, "A New York for all of us, not just the rich." This message resonated deeply with young voters and working-class residents who felt marginalized by escalating costs. To understand his rise, we must examine New Yorkers' harsh economic realities. The city's median rent soared to an unprecedented $4,500 per month in 2025, making affordable living an impossible dream for many. This highlighted a severe housing crisis. More than 60,000 people were homeless nightly, a stark reminder of deep social fissures. Wealth inequality reached extreme levels, creating a visible divide between the ultra-rich and the struggling majority. Billionaires acquired opulent penthouses, while teachers and nurses were forced out due to unaffordable living costs. Small businesses struggled to recover, further straining the local economy. Against this backdrop, Mamdani's promises to freeze rents, implement taxes on the wealthy, and make public transit free resonated powerfully. Millions listened, eager for a leader promising a redesign of the city's economic priorities. Let's delve into Mamdani's key proposals and their potential implications for New York City. His ambitious economic agenda aims to tackle inequality and affordability. His first executive plan calls for a 5-year citywide rent freeze designed to prevent landlords from raising prices. Supporters argue this is the only viable way to retain middle-class families. However, critics contend such a freeze could damage the housing market, discouraging new development and shrinking supply. They point to cities like Berlin, where similar controls led to fewer apartments being built and rents rising after the freeze. Mamdani believes transportation is a fundamental public right. His goal is to make the entire subway and bus system completely free by 2028, transforming urban mobility. This initiative would be funded through a new tax on financial transactions, essentially charging Wall Street to subsidize working-class mobility. New York would become the first major American city to offer free mass transit. Yet, this policy carries significant risks. It could drive major banks and investors to relocate, seeking more favorable tax environments and undermining New York's financial dominance. Perhaps his boldest move is increasing city income taxes on anyone earning above $1 million per year. This could generate an additional $3 billion annually for housing, healthcare, and education. However, high-income earners already contribute the vast majority of the city's tax revenue. If even a fraction left, it could blow a substantial hole in the city's budget, creating unforeseen financial instability. The reaction to Mamdani's agenda was immediate and explosive. Business groups swiftly warned of an impending economic exodus, fearing a mass departure of companies and wealthy residents. The New York Stock Exchange hinted it might relocate trading operations to New Jersey if the financial transaction tax passed. Real estate lobbies denounced the rent freeze as economic suicide. Yet, for Mamdani's fervent supporters, this backlash proved he was not controlled by money. They hailed him as a modern-day Robin Hood, challenging billionaires who, in their view, own the city. What's unfolding in New York is not isolated. Across the globe, major cities grapple with similar problems. inequality, housing crises, and generational frustration. Mamdani's election might signal the end of centrist, corporate politics in America's big cities. Young voters are increasingly demanding economic systems that prioritize people over profits. But this is also a monumental test. If his progressive ideas fail, if businesses flee, jobs disappear, or the city's budget collapses, it could set the progressive movement back for a decade. So, will Zohran Mamdani become the visionary leader who rebalances New York's economy, creating a more equitable city? Or will he inadvertently trigger its next devastating financial crisis? Only time will tell the outcome of this bold experiment. New York has always been where new ideas are born, where innovation thrives, and where ambitious experiments either succeed spectacularly or crash dramatically. And right now, the entire world is watching with bated breath to see which path this iconic city, under its new socialist mayor, will ultimately take.